Welcome back to FedBiz Exchange. I'm Michelle Brown, your coach and your mentor. And today it's time for Ask Michelle B. Rhonda has been denied SAM registration due to a conflict in her address. So let's talk about it, Rhonda. Hey, you guys, I know government contracting can be a little bit challenging sometimes, but don't forget you have Ask Michelle B. Just click on the link below in the comment section and ask me anything you want to know about business and government contracting, and I will send you a personal email, but I'll also let our audience know because I'm positive there are many out there that have the same types of questions. So let's get back to our question. So here's Rhonda's question. I'm trying to register my LLC with Sam.gov. However, they denied it based on my virtual business address, and I don't want to use my home address. Is there any way around this? First of all, Rhonda, let me thank you for your question. I know this happens to tens of thousands of businesses all of the time. Unfortunately, Rhonda, you will have to use your home address to be approved in SAM. And I know you have other goals. Don't let this stop you. I can give you a few suggestions to make you feel a little bit better, and that will protect your information. I know it's very annoying and it feels like an invasion of privacy because we all feel that way sometimes when the government wants so much information. But there are tens of thousands of people, as I said, that have to deal with this. So you're not the only one, but there are a couple of things you can do. You would think with COVID and so many people working from home, moving their businesses to home, you would think the government would think about that, but they don't. They will think about it probably later, but right now they're not thinking about that. They're just trying to protect the system and the integrity of the system. So this also means that you will have to make sure that your DUNS number is using your home address as well. Once you get set up in SAM, you can go back and change that DUNS number address to your mailing address. But your DUNS number and your EIN must have the same exact address. In this case, that means your home address because your virtual office is not going to work. They are turning down virtual offices left and right. You're not the first person to ask me this question, but everything on your documentation must match. Your IRS EIN must match your DUNS. Your DUNS must match your SAM. Okay, so that's why they have you go through the DUNS process. So go back and change everything with your home address to make sure it matches. You can also use your mailing address in SAM to protect your information. That's the good news. You don't have to make your information public because they ask you in SAM when you're registering, do you want your information to be public? You don't have to make it public. Make it non-public until you get your business address back. And then use your mailing address as you mention your virtual office, use that as your mailing address, especially if that's where you get your business mail. And then go back to Dun & Bradstreet once your SAM is updated and once your SAM registration is approved, go back to Dun & Bradstreet and take that information off of there, your home address, and put on your business virtual office address. The good news is if you block your information from being shown in SAM, the public, people will not be able to find your information. That's number one. Even though they don't give a lot anyway, they just give your DUNS number, your cage code, and an address. But your address is what you want to protect. So they will not be able to see your address if you say no, do not show my information. Number one. Number two, the great news is the contracting officers will still be able to find you. Okay? And then when you're setting up other things, you are allowed to use your mailing address in SAM. So the only people that will have your home address will be the government folks, but your mailing address will be public to everyone else. Now, here's one last solution that may resolve everything, making you comfortable and having the government accept your physical location. That would be for you to take the virtual office idea and ask about a package where you could get a physical office for a few days a week or on a monthly basis. Of course, it's going to cost you a little bit more, maybe a couple hundred to a few $100s a month, but it may be worth it. You may even be able to get it for a little less than that because a lot of commercial facilities are in trouble and they are giving away space right now. So Rhonda, just think about all of these solutions, but worst comes to worst, go ahead and do what you need to do, and then later change your address with your DUNS number and also update your SAM once you've figured out a different solution.